Hi there, I'm meteorologist Mace Michaels. Cold air with us today. This morning started off with clear conditions. There's a look at the sunrise. Just a few little clouds earlier on. Notice much of the day we've been enjoying the sun, but boy, it's not a warm one. Temperatures struggling to get up above zero. Been in the single digits much of the day. That's as warm as we'll get. Maybe 8 or 9 for a high at the high end. And then cold air once again tonight, wind chills below zero. Tomorrow, though, we transition to a warmer pattern for a day or so. That'll be along a warm front with a shot of light snow, but the bitter cold air, it returns once again into next week. Here's how the rest of the afternoon looks with temps in the single digits, dropping again below zero tonight, and wind chills in the teens to near 20 below, but it won't be as bitter. A weather impact alert for tomorrow with temps in the afternoon and evening into the 20s. That'll be nice. But snow showers will be dropping, and that could slow down the evening commute. Through midnight, notice the cold wind chills are around 15 to 20 below. Then we start to see the wind chills climb a little bit overnight. It'll still be cold into Friday morning, but not as cold. And then as we look into Friday afternoon, the wind chill, that won't be an issue. What will be an issue, of course, is the snow that will start to move in. So we have this bitter cold air over us right now. This is the strong area of high pressure. It's what's bringing us all of the sunshine. The high will gradually slide to the east tonight. You'll notice this evening, cloud cover slowly starts to move into the Dakotas and increases across the state as we look into the overnight. By the late morning, some light snow will start to move into the western end of the state. We'll see snow by midday push to the Twin Cities and also into Iowa and Missouri. This is again along the warm front. It's the leading edge of the moisture starting to move in. It'll really begin to increase and blossom overnight into Saturday morning, but notice a lot of the moisture is off to the east by then, the main forcing and push with the storm system. So it will be a short duration of time for that snow to fall, and the system will be moving rather fast. And as its energy transfers to the south with the low pressure center here, we won't see big accumulations with this system. The more notable accumulations will likely be to our south right in here as the low pressure center picks up some strength as it pushes eastward. Notice we still have some clouds around into Sunday. We may have a couple of flurries on Saturday, but there's another burst of strong cold air that starts to move in on Sunday, and especially into next week. This high looks stronger than the last one, and our temperatures will really be tumbling. Again, with the speed of the system moving through, the best chance of the more notable accumulating snows will be to our east and south. It looks like a 1 to 3 inch event across most of northern and eastern Minnesota into western Wisconsin, with lighter totals as you move to the south and west. And you see that spread here in the models. Now there are a couple of models. These are the US models, the NAM and the GFS. You can see those over here on the scale that are trying to get upwards of 6 inches. I don't think it's going to snow long enough for that to be able to happen. We'd have to have a couple hours where we're picking up quite a bit of snow in a short amount of time. The lower totals here on the other models, the Canadian, the European model, and the IBM graph model look a lot more likely in the 1 to 3 inch zone. Again, that's from late tomorrow on into Saturday early. Then we're talking about Arctic air. This is the cold air dropping in behind the system that's pooling up again near the Arctic Circle, and it drops straight down as we look on into Sunday. Starts to move in, and notice it just sits here, modifies a little bit, but wobbles around right on through into Tuesday. So you know what that means. We're back down well below zero at night. We're talking teens below here in the Twin Cities. I wouldn't be surprised to see some 30 belows up north. It could even be colder than that in pockets. Notice even into Tuesday, the air stays very, very cold, so we will stay much, much below average right on through into a good chunk of next week, at least through the first half of the week. So for today, our best we'll do is about 8 above, a mostly sunny and cold day. The wind not too strong out of the northwest. A 5 to 10 mile an hour wind, though, will keep wind chills below zero most of the day, and even at times in the teens below in western and northern Minnesota. Here's your highs for today. Again, most areas in the single digits with a mostly sunny sky. We'll begin to see increasing clouds for tonight. It won't be quite as cold, The wind out of the south to southeast at 5 to 10. Our metro low right around 0 or so, but as you move further out state, a lot of temperatures in the single digits below 0 as the clouds start to move in. And then as we look into tomorrow, well, the snow developing in the afternoon, a cloudy beginning to the day, a high into the low 20s, and the wind turns around to the southeast at 10 to 15 miles an hour. The warmer temperatures moving in, but the air, it won't feel as bitter, and we won't have a lot of wind. But of course, the snow will be moving through as well. There you go as you look across the state. Most of the region in the 20s, some teens into northern Minnesota, and of course, we will have the snow falling. It's a weather impact alert, as I mentioned. That's into Friday afternoon and through the evening hours when the majority of the snow falls, impacting, it looks like, the evening commute. Staying at least on the slightly warmer side for Saturday, maybe a few leftover flurries. Then the cold air arrives Sunday, and the bitter air will be around into next week. Be prepared for well below 0 temps at night.